Deep within the dense, humid rainforests of Southeast Asia, you're inside a soft, white egg resting in a crude nest made of leaves. With a tiny egg tooth on your snout, you violently tear through the shell and poke your head into the world. Congratulations, buddy. You're officially a King Cobra now, the longest venomous snake on Earth. Your first few minutes of life are pretty lonely and miserable. Want to know the only starter pack your mother leaves you with? Zero love, zero affection, and an entire rainforest full of things that want to kill you. Because the moment you hatch, the giant female cobra that spent weeks guarding your eggs basically says, "Well, good luck, kid. You're on your own." Then she disappears without looking back. Looking for a happy family in the wild is a complete joke, so get that into your head right now. You're only about 30 to 40 centimeters long, but the charisma and that slightly unhinged ambition is already flowing through your veins. Your venom is powerful enough that a single bite from an adult king cobra could kill a fully grown Asian elephant. But don't let that go to your head just yet. You're still just a baby, and mongooses, birds of prey, and even members of your own extended snake family are all waiting for the chance to snack on you. Your survival strategy is simple. The instant you sense danger, you spread your tiny neck into the famous hood and strike a pose that basically says, "You got a problem with me?" Whether they buy the bluff is another story. Luckily, thanks to those commando instincts buried deep in your genes, you survive month after month and year after year until you eventually grow to an incredible 5 to 5.5 meters long. Now you're the undisputed crowned king of those humid jungles. Your forked tongue constantly flicks through the air, collecting scent particles. The chemical sensors in your tongue are so incredibly effective that you can pinpoint prey from nearly 100 meters away. So what exactly is on the menu for a king like you? Mice? Frogs? Please. Those tiny appetizers are for worms. Your scientific name literally means snake eater. You're basically the executioner of your own kind. Your menu consists almost entirely of other snakes. Peaceful pythons, deadly vipers, anything that slithers. If you see another king cobra in the forest, you back away. But if you spot almost any other snake, well, look who just delivered themselves for dinner. Your hunting technique is pure gladiator-level intimidation. The moment you lock onto your target, you raise nearly 1/3 of your body straight off the ground, standing almost eye level with a person. Imagine walking through the jungle and suddenly finding yourself face to face with a towering, hissing death machine. Your blood pressure would probably crash before the venom even touched you. Within milliseconds, you launch forward, sink your fangs into your prey, and inject a devastating neurotoxic venom. As your victim's nervous system slowly shuts down, you simply wait. No rush, buddy. You're not going anywhere. Once every muscle is completely paralyzed, you unhinge your jaws and swallow a snake that's often wider than your own body. But life isn't just about eating. You've grown up. You've matured. Now you've entered adulthood. One day, while patrolling your territory, another male king cobra appears. What's the argument? A beautiful female, of course. Normally, you'd expect two venomous snakes to bite each other to death, not king cobras. You gentlemen settle things differently. Neither of you bites. Instead, both snakes rise high into the air, wrap around one another, and begin wrestling. The goal isn't to kill your opponent. It's to force his head down into the ground. The stronger snake wins. The weaker one gets his head shoved into the dirt, silently accepts defeat, and slithers off to find another forest. It's basically the reptile version of a championship wrestling match. Winning the female doesn't mean your problems are over. Most snakes simply lay their eggs in a hole and leave. Not you. King cobras are the only snakes in the world that actually build nests. You spend days pushing leaves into huge piles with your body, creating a massive mound for your eggs. Then you guard that nest for weeks. You're starving. Your breath probably smells terrible, but you refuse to leave. For a while, you're the picture-perfect devoted parent. Until the babies hatch. The second they emerge, parenthood officially ends. The laws of the jungle take over once again. Sometimes prey becomes scarce, and you decide to pay the humans a visit. You quietly slip into a village house somewhere in India and curl up behind a toilet or beneath a kitchen counter. The next morning, the homeowner walks in and suddenly finds a 5-meter king cobra staring back. Panic erupts instantly. Snake rescuers get called. Some fearless guy shows up carrying nothing but a thin snake hook, calmly approaches you, gently controls your head, and stuffs you into a sack. They don't kill you. In many parts of India, people see you as Naga, a sacred serpent associated with divinity. They respect you. Some even worship you. The respect is enormous, but that sack is incredibly cramped. Not exactly a dignified moment for a king. Yet despite all your power, there's one creature that still gives you nightmares. Your eternal rival, the mongoose. This little furry maniac is one of the few animals with remarkable resistance to your venom. Your greatest weapon barely works on him. One day, the two of you finally meet. You spread your hood and try to look intimidating. The mongoose, he starts dancing around you like a professional boxer. You strike. He dodges. Left, right, again, again, again. You keep missing while he exhausts you. Then, the moment you finally think, hold on, give me a second, I need to catch my breath, the mongoose explodes forward, grabs the back of your head, and that's the end. For a king, it's a surprisingly embarrassing and tragic way to go. If you manage to avoid those fearless little commandos and don't end up getting run over on roads built by humans, you can spend nearly 20 years ruling the rainforest. No bills to pay, no 9-to-5 job, no alarm clock. When your time finally comes, you don't leave behind luxury mansions or billions of dollars. Instead, you leave something far greater. A throne built from fear and respect. A towering 5-meter shadow gliding silently beneath the fallen leaves of one of the world's last great rainforests. The moment your name is whispered through the jungle, every other reptile instinctively knows exactly who ruled this kingdom. And as long as the wild continues to breathe, the story of the king staring silently through the leaves will never be forgotten.